bought Oreos just before I went on the tuk-tuk, and when I looked at it, it had a hole in it. What the fuck? What's up guys? So today I thought I'd explore around and visit the salt fields and the pepper plantation. It's not too far, just maybe 10-20 kilometers away from this place. So hired myself a bike. It's $4 US each day, so not too bad. You just have to fill your own petrol. So I've got my trusty map with me, pretty much the only thing I'll have trying to find this place, but it should only be, you know, a main road and one off-road, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now you don't need to wear a helmet in this place, but I'm gonna anyway, just for good measure. Don't want anything happening, and if I get into an accident, you know, gotta protect this noggin of mine. Now I haven't ridden one of these since I think a whole year ago when I was in Thailand, but they're a lot of fun. You know, you always hear these things are pretty risky and riding them overseas and you get into an accident and all that kind of stuff, but you know, if you take your precautions, you drive safe, you drive defensively, you know, something can always happen, but the likelihood is very, very, very small, and they're a whole lot of fun. So I'm actually quite excited to whiz around in this thing through town and not have to walk everywhere for once. Well, that was not far at all. That was only about a 10-minute bike ride, and here are the salt flats. Now apparently this thing is an exhibition center, but I don't even think there's anything in it or anyone in it. Don't really see much salt there. Hopefully there's a bit more further down the track. When I left my hostel, I actually forgot which side of the road that they drive on. I didn't really pay attention every time I'm on a bus or whatever, but yeah, it's on the right side, so it's a right-hand drive. So I don't know, I don't think it's too much of a fuss. Everyone just drives anywhere anyway. I was driving on the right, and on the curb side of the right, someone was going the other way. I'm like, what the hell, you're on the wrong side of the road, where are you going, bro? It all seems pretty safe. Everyone's going pretty slow anyway. I was probably the guy going the fastest on that highway. I don't know why. There's speed limits on the road, 60, 80 kilometers an hour, but the speedo on that thing doesn't even work. It's just like wobbling around 40. I'm thinking I'm going about 60 or 70.
A few moments later.
So I've gone a fair way, went all the way straight till I hit the river again, and that's pretty much the end of it. So the salt fields is pretty much located between the highway and the river. So get my map out. So this is Kampot town, and this is the salt fields area. So I went and turned right and went all the way down till I hit the river. All the salt flats are pretty much all through there. I think I'll head back. I did see a couple of people, not as much workers as I thought there would be. I thought there'd be a whole heap of them out today, but I did see 3 out of that whole stretch, just one section. So I'll see what they're up to. Now, honestly, could not tell you guys what the heck they are doing. I wish I could be a bit more informative, but I really have no clue. I'd just be Googling it, so you could do the same thing. But, you know, it would have been good to have something or have some prior knowledge. Should have probably read about it, how they do it, and then have a look. But, you know, looks like a lot of hard work, a lot of intensive labor, and they are women. So I don't know where all the men are, but it seems to be a lot of these random barnyard looking things are all closed up, all locked, no windows. I think there might be storage sheds or storage yards, you know, in the high season when they get a heap load of salt. But there's not really much happening here at the moment, unfortunately. I don't really know if I'm allowed to stand here, but I am anyway, on one of the salt fields. So yeah, I don't know, still interesting to look at. Alright, so now I think I might go try finding that pepper field that pepper plantation. It might be a little bit harder to get to since there's a lot of inroads to go into it, and it's not just off the main highway, but I'll get there eventually. So from this plantation, gotta get back on the main road and then take a detour up to the national park, and it's somewhere around here after I get into and find. So if I find Secret Lake, I'm in the right place. So that's where I'm heading. Now, since there wasn't really much happening in this area, I still want to see what it sort of looks like from above, the sort of general layout. And since it's a salt field, fields always look better from the top. So yeah, I think I'll take Mav up for a spin, and that's the nickname of my drone. I just came up with it just then. Thought I'd name it. Why not? Mav seems like an alright name for a drone. Nice nickname. So I'll take Mav up for a spin and see what she can see. That was actually unplanned. Famous last words. Had to use my second battery for that, but that was completely amazing, and I could not have tried that in any better road than this. That was actually my first time trying that. The modes, you know, that follow mode and profile mode going along the side, but I'm glad I tried it here. The first time I actually tried that was on the first summer holidays, and I was just walking around, but you know, after I took the drone up the first time, I was on a long stretch of road, nothing around me, and I was on a motorbike. I was actually driving away, and I'm like, wait, hold on, I've got an extra battery. Why don't I just take it up again and try to let it follow me? So, good decision on my part there. Now, next level of trying that kind of shot would be like somewhere near the city, like somewhere where it's low buildings, not much traffic, going through the streets, have the drone well above everything, and just follow me. That would look absolutely sick. But I gotta really choose my spot for that. So guys, tonight I've just booked a little sunset cruise that goes along the river, and the sun's behind a bit of cloud at the moment, but hopefully it shows up a bit later on, and hopefully we see a bit of fireflies in this cruise as well. So this only goes for 2 hours from 5 PM to 7, so dinner not included, but I'll be back in time for dinner. So guys, I've just had the most tragic thing happen. I bought Oreos just before I went on the tuk-tuk, and when I looked at it, it had a hole in it. What the fuck? It was only $1, but now I don't have a snack. Worst thing that could happen today. You guys do not know how devastated I am inside. Honestly am.
How could this happen to me?
1:30.
So we just finished that enjoyable night boat cruise, and we saw, you know, we were fortunate enough to see a couple of fireflies, so hopefully that turned out in the footage. And even though the sun was behind the clouds, it was still a pretty good sunset, so it was well worthwhile. So if you're in Kampot, It's only $5, 2 hours on the boat trip along the river. It's well worth it. And now we're just enjoying some pizza.
Italian pizza.
Yes.
Best one in Kampot.
Very hungry, you guys, yeah?
Yeah, 1 hour waiting.
1 hour waiting,
But
and we are still waiting for our one.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten your names yet.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Guillem.
Sorry?
Guillem.
Gilliam?
Yeah.
Gilliam, G-I-L-L.
Guillem.
Yeah, Gilliam.
Yeah.
Yep. And wait. Natalie or Natalia?
Natalia.
Natalia. Oh yeah. George.
George.
Yeah.
Martina.
Martina. Good to meet you.